I broke my finger like about 6 years ago, maybe more now. 7 years coming up on this year. And I was walking my Ridgeback in Runyon Canyon, Los Angeles. It was Christmas Day, and we were going to the park, and there was a person coming out with another dog, not as big as Rumble, but Rumble was like really young. He wasn't even a year yet, and he was still in the friends mode. You know, he was like E.T., you know, everybody was his friend. And he walked up to this dog, and I kind of knew better, and I pulled pulled Rumble away from the dog, or rather, I diverted him from running into the dog. And a woman walking the dog said, no, he's really friendly. And the dog took one sniff of Rums and latched right onto his neck. He was like a little smaller dog, but he was kind of like this. He was like a pit bull mix, you know. I love pit bulls, so this is not a condemnation of them in any way. It turns out this person didn't own the dog. They were a walker, and they seemed a little tipsy. But anyway, it turned into a serious melee of getting this dog off Rumble's neck. I think it involved things like punching and kicking and trying to get this dog off. It took about 4 people, and we finally got the dog off Rumble's neck. And when it was all over, this finger, the one that, you know, it was facing the other direction. So I had done a spiral fracture, and I had shattered it. So it took, you know, I mean, I actually, some of the recordings that we're releasing, I actually played on them with the broken finger, some of them. But it took a long time to kind of get back to it. And we were just talking about even like Mustang Sally, like when I used to play it, I have to get used to stretching my hand, like, because this finger got a little bit shorter, but it's not really that. It's just like some things I can do better in a weird way. And then some things, you know, I have to really focus on in order to get it, you know, just stuff like that. Or anything you have to lift your hands up. Like that, and then simple chords. I have to really kind of focus on those. But it was, I don't know, you know, it was Christmas Day. Rumble turned out okay. I'm okay. And there was definitely some dark moments there because we weren't sure if, I wasn't sure if I could play again, which is a drag. But anyways, you know, what I started doing is, in order to rehab, I just kept playing. Like I would... Any like I know a little by Leonard Skinner, anything, you know, Sweet Child of Mine, any solo that I can get my hands on, which is really funny story about that was I'm working on that solo, and then I go to see Skunk Baxter at the Troubadour in L.A. and sitting next to you know, just ponies up to the bar is Slash, and I've been playing his solo for like 6 months to rehabilitate. I wish I could have thought to say something, but I didn't. I just waved at him and said, "Hi, Mr. Slash," and he was really nice. He was really nice. He was really nice to Steph and me, and he was, you know, it was really cool to see him.
That was the night we all caught COVID.
Yeah, we all got COVID that night. I think Slash probably got COVID too, because if we got it, because the person we were with, turns out they told us later that I've got COVID. And then we all got COVID. So I think he tried to call Slash's management to kind of brace him for the COVID thing because he was talking right into Slash's face. So.
He sneezed around all of us.
Yeah, so Slash, you got COVID seeing Skunk Baxter. I did too. And so did Steph.
So did I.
But yeah, it was really cool running into Slash. But yeah, I just remember playing anything I can get my hands on. And then, so it's really kind of cool to do the Mustang Sally tutorials, to go back to stuff where I used to play it every night. And you do have to kind of like try to remember, because this finger, you know, can be a little shaky, but it's getting there. You know, 7 years later, still working on it. So.
Is that the only thing you've ever broken in your life?
No, I broke my neck.
What?
Yeah. I broke my neck. How did I do that? I did that when I was 13, and I was in school, and we were playing baseball before school. Me and my buddy Scott and I think the other guy, they're both really big guys next to me at the time. And we all went up for the same fly ball, and they went like, one guy hit me in the body, another guy hit me in the head. And then I woke up and I was like this, right? And then I went to the nurse, and she's like, "Here's an aspirin and go to class." But I kind of knew instinctually there was something wrong with me. So I called my mom up, she picked me up, and we went to the hospital. I was home. She was working, so she couldn't take me right away. I don't know why back in the day nobody thought a neck injury was that important or that bad of a thing. I don't know. Maybe it's just education. But when I got to the hospital, I remember being on the hospital gurney. They took an X-ray, and I remember like 10 minutes, I guess, after the X-rays, whatever long it took to get them. I could hear the whole hospital kind of buzzing. You know, like there was like people milling around, and then somebody. I remember the doctor because I was lying face down, and the doctor's head was like in reverse, like he came over my head, and he was like, "Okay, here's the deal." He's like, "You're very lucky to be alive, and you're very lucky to be walking." So I was like, "Okay." So it was much more serious. I cracked 2 vertebrae in my neck. They had to put 2 bolts into the side of my head, and it felt like I always described it as being hung up in a closet. They would put the metal thing over your head, and they would attach weights to it, and I had to be in there. And they thought I'd be in there for like 3 months. 2 weeks later, I was set free. So I healed really fast because I was young, you know. But he was a great doctor. I wish I could remember his name right now. I can't. But he, he saved my life, basically. And the thing afterwards was I couldn't really play sports afterwards, you know. So all my brothers played guitar, but they were all sports guys. And my dad was a really awesome baseball player. And so, football was out. I tried a little baseball. I did okay. But it kind of set me on the path with music. So I was 13, and that's when I started playing. But I didn't really start playing electric guitar until I was like 20. So, and then I didn't really start taking it serious until I was like 27. So I was much older starting. But I started playing young and writing songs when I was like 13, 14.
What do you think one of your first songs was that you wrote? Do you remember it?
Yeah, it was like a song about school.
Can you play it?
Ooh. This guitar's kind of out of tune. It's old, so am I. So we'll deal with this. I was 13. He goes, "You know what it's like being a schoolboy when it's snowing late at night. I love waking up in the morning, seeing everything's pearly white. Or maybe it's snowing hard enough, the superintendent's car will get stuck, and there won't be any school for us." So anyway,
Oh, I love that.
yeah, I think that's my memory of it. But like back in the day, you'd have to wait to hear the whistle blow. If the whistle blew at 7 o'clock, like this, it was like a freaking, like a tsunami warning sound. It means no school, right? So the superintendent was the guy who made that kind of decision. So if his car got stuck, it couldn't get out of his driveway, we had no school. So that was the point of that song. It cheered me up. But yeah, the injury, the thing with the injury to my finger was that it made me appreciate what you have, and it makes me appreciate music even more. It really, I don't know what I would do without it. So it's just incredibly, it's definitely helped me through my life, get through stuff. And now I have a business attached to it. I have so the fitness company that I'm involved with, HupSix, which basically uses a lot of the music that I'm making for it, actually the music I'm making for it, to run the classes. So the classes are powered by it. So me, Kenny Aronoff, Chuck Leavell, Tony Franklin, we're all on these recordings, and they're great. So you can listen to them on your own, but they work really great with the class. And basically the way the class is set up, it's patented gear, and the patented gear is used in conjunction to the workouts with the music, and you get this incredible cardio benefit. I've been doing it solidly for about 6 or 7 weeks, and I lost like 16 pounds. I mean, it wasn't the intention. The intention was to kind of just get myself into these right heart rate zones and the right amount of minutes a week that's recommended, and that's just the payoff. But I was really just trying to get my heart stronger doing it, and it's cool because it kind of helps. Not only like cardio helps with like all types of performance, any kind of stress that you have, any kind of thing that you feel you're under stress with. There's something about cardio that it affects that in a really good way. You handle stress better, and I noticed that with me even playing. So it's really cool. And if you've never moved to music, it's a great way to connect to it through like a workout. So that's what it's been great for me. I mean, it's been awesome. But anyway, so it's been a journey since I broke my finger and working on HupSix, doing that. trying to work with getting better at just playing and just getting my hands feeling again, because I still can't feel the top of my finger. Those nerves are gone, but at least I can do it. Rumble's okay. My dog Rumble, he's really sweet. He's a Rhodesian Ridgeback, and I don't think he's quite as he's still friendly, but he definitely, I don't think that could happen to him again. He's gotten too fast and too alert, and he's a great bouncer for us too. He does an incredible job protecting the house, and he's just a good dog.
Yes.
She just wants us to
Just play something.
play us out.